A true hero isn't measured by the size of his strength but by the strength of his heart. One such hero was Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. Kalam was born into a middle-class Muslim Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram in the erstwhile Madras state. He was born to Jainulabdin and Ashiyama. Growing up in a family where more strangers used to eat every day than the family itself, his parents' generosity was greatly reflected in Dr. Kalam's personality. He faced various discriminations in his life because of his religion, but this did not dishearten him. He worked hard and finally achieved success for not only himself but our country as well. He was indeed a true legend for the youth of our country. Dr. Kalam completed his graduation from St. Joseph's College in Tiruchirappalli in 1954 and aerospace engineering from the Madras Institute of Technology in 1960. He worked as a scientist in DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization, where he designed a small helicopter for the Indian Army. Soon, he moved to ISRO as the project director of India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle. He also served as the chief executive of the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program and then became the Prime Minister's scientific advisor to the Government of India. Due to his great contribution to the development of ballistic missiles in our nation, he has always been known as the Missile Man of India. Dr. Kalam, whose projects in space, defense and nuclear technology guided India into the 21st century, became our 11th president in 2002. He was honored with Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, Bharat Ratna, Indira Gandhi Award, Veer Sarvakar Award, Ramanujan Award, etc. He was also awarded with honorary doctorates from at least 30 universities. Dr. Kalam was a great personality and inspiration for the youth of our country who breathed his last on 27 July 2015 at IIM Meghalaya due to a sudden cardiac arrest. True, he is not physically present among us today, but his great works and contributions will be with us forever, as he was a true legend, and legends never die.
Once, a great person had said, "Winners are not those who never fail, but those who never quit." Wishing a very good morning to the August gathering. I am Satwik.
And I am Divyansh Patnaik. Today we are going to talk about
A man who was known as the missile man of this country as well as the people's president.
a man who carried a rocket on a cycle.
The man who played as the catalyst in launching India's first ever rocket.
A man who taught us the true meaning of secularism.
Still could not understand. We are talking about Dr. Awal Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born on October 15, 1931 in Rameshwaram to a very poor Muslim family.
Dr. Kalam was an Indian aerospace scientist as well as politician who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007.
Does that mean the fact said by Akshay Kumar in the movie Mission Mangal was true?
Undoubtedly it was true. Dr. Kalam had spent nearly 4 decades as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization and Indian Space Research Organization.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was a complete believer in the quote that nothing is impossible till we have a steady determination in ourselves. He completely praised the idea of innovation.
He also played a pivotal, technical, political and organizational role in India's Pokhran 2 nuclear tests. He was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has won several awards like Bharat Ratna, Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and many more.
Although the missile man of India is not there with us today, we would like to sincerely thank him for his incredible contribution in the field of science, politics as well as his beautiful pieces of writings.
Good morning to one and all present over here. Today,
I, Snehashri Sahu, and my friend G. Parinika of Standard 9C are going to highlight on the life history of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. On 15 October 1931, a figure of modern shining India was born at Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu in India. A boy who began by dreaming to touch the sky by becoming a pilot but ended up touching the hearts of every single Indian. Yes, is none other than our beloved former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam completed his schooling from Rameshwaram and graduated in aerospace engineering from Madras Institute of Technology. In 1969, Kalam was transferred to the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO, where he established himself as the Missile Man of India. Kalam became the director of the first satellite launch vehicle SLV-3 of India in 1980. In 1982, he became the chief scientific advisor to the Prime Minister and the Secretary of DRDO. Kalam, along with cardiologist Sonam Raju, invented a low-cost coronary stent which was named as Kalam Raju Stent. In 2002, all parties unanimously elected him as the 11th President of India. He received most prestigious awards along with Bharat Ratna, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. Not only in India, but his rays of wisdom has been recognized all over the world. He is a leader, a noted thinker, a soft-hearted person, and a renowned scientist. He is a perfect example of hard work, resilience, and positive attitude.
You're absolutely right, Snehashri. Just as Rome was not built in one day, in order to construct such a prolific personality, Dr. Kalam had to struggle a lot. He was born into a middle-class Tamil family without any indication that he was endeavored to achieve great heights. After completing his elementary education in Rameshwaram Elementary School, he decided to step in towards high school. In 1950, from there he arrived at St. Joseph's College for intermediate examination. Then he decided to pursue higher education. So, he joined BSc degree course, but it was only after getting the BSc degree he got to know that he had to enter for engineering to realize his dreams. But thinking that the lost gem could not be found again, he applied for admission in MIT College and managed to be in the list of the selected students. But the admission to this prestigious institution was an expensive affair. Around ₹1,000 was required, which his father could not afford. At that time, his sister Zuhara mortgaged her gold bangles and chain for his brother. She had a great faith on his abilities. He was deeply touched by his sister's sacrifice. Dr. Kalam faced a lot of difficulties in his life, but he never lost hope. Taking inspiration from him, we all should face each and every problem in our life very bravely. As rightly quoted by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, that man needs difficulties because they are necessary for enjoying the success. With this, we would like to conclude our speech. Thank you everyone for your patient hearing and have a nice day.
If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Namaskar, I am Abhijit. Today we are going to enlighten a scientist, a genius, a teacher, an innovator, the missile man and the 11th President of India, Dr. Abul Jalaluddin Abdul Kalam. Dr. Kalam was born on 15th of October 1931 in Rameshwaram. His father, Jalaluddin, was a boat runner, while his mother, Ashiamma, was a homemaker. Even though his family was not financially well off, he was a good student and was always curious to learn more about how things happen. Once, his teacher, Shiva Subramanya Iyer, asked him to observe birds in flight and gave him the theoretical explanation of how birds flew. And from that very day, young Kalam felt that his life's calling had something to do with flight. Now, I would like my friend Shivangshi to put more light on the life of this great scientist.
Thank you, Abhijit, for enlightening us on the lifestyle of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Good morning to one and all present in this virtual platform. Today, I, Shivangshi Parakshit of Standard 90,
is going to throw some light on the scientific life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is a famous name in the whole world. He was counted among the greatest scientists of the 21st century. Even more, he became the 11th President of India and served his country. He was the most valued person of the country, as his contribution as a scientist and a president is beyond the comparison. Apart from that, his contribution to the ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, is remarkable. He headed many projects that contributed to the society. Also, he was the one who helped in the development of Agni and Prithvi missiles. For his involvement in the nuclear power in India, he was known as the Missile Man of India. Due to his contribution to the country, the government of India awarded him the highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna. During his lifetime, APJ Abdul Kalam was not only awarded and honored by Indian organizations and committees, but also by many international organizations and committees. Lastly, he died during delivering a lecture to the students in Shillong by a sudden cardiac arrest in 2015. He was an outstanding scientist and a pioneer engineer who served his entire life for the nation and died while serving it. The man had a vision to make India a great country, and according to the youth are real assets of the country. That's why we should inspire him. Thank you.